Hello, 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 everybody. Oh my God, I know you guys have been waiting for this review, and we're back. We're back. And we're going to talk about everything. I'm here with my Chomi Mbui, all the way from SA. Say what's up to the people.
Hi guys, we hope you are good. My name is Busel of Lagazi. They call me His Royaltiness, your reliable source of the latest pop culture news. Thank you for joining us. We really appreciate. We have crazy lives outside of just being content creators, but we thought, you know what? Let's take a moment and reflect on the Real Housewives of Durban. And thank you for having me. Don't forget to
Yeah.
subscribe on Reality TV Africa and to
Mhm.
also subscribe on His Royaltiness. But please help us grow. Thank you.
Yes, help us grow because hello, we want to grow. We love doing this. We have so much fun. And yes, Reality TV Africa checking in right now. So we're going to start. Oh my gosh, this episode was, whoa, I don't know. I don't know. Obviously, we're going to do a rating. And I'm going to let you give a rating first, Mui, today.
All right. You know what? Hey, guys, disclaimer, people don't know this about us, Nam. We watch the episode 10 minutes before we record. So we don't even have time to think and go through tweets. Honestly, when we say this is raw and real, it is raw and real because we've just watched the episode now and we are reviewing it. We don't watch it and think about it the whole day and be influenced by people. We honestly watch it on the go, like, and we text each other, we are done, and then we record and we send each other the
Yeah,
link.
I'm even like, whoa, how fast did you watch that episode? Were you speed watching? Were you fast forwarding? Because I'm like, dude.
So we don't even have time to sit on our thoughts. These are our thoughts for the first time. So
Yeah.
in the episode, you know what?
Mhm.
Real Housewives of Durban. I will give them a 9 out of 10. I think it was a solid episode. Editing
Yeah.
wise, it was amazing. It felt like there was a beautiful build up and anticipation, which was
Yeah.
amazing. And I'm only minusing this one, my friend, because I do
Mhm.
feel like people are let me say this to the housewives watching this. You're not compelled to make drama on the last episode. You can
Yeah.
end the light note. It feels like people are now acting, for
Exactly.
me. They always like, how can we end on a high note? Guys, it's
Yeah.
not necessary. Even if you guys
Yeah.
ended in peace, that would have been enough for us because the reunion is coming. You guys gave us a reunion on the last episode, so I was like, okay, whatever. So yeah. So what do you think? What is your rate? What's gonna be your ratings?
Okay. I mean, my rating is equally as good. I think this episode was better than last week. Last week I gave it a 9. So I'm gonna give it a 9.2 just because it was
Okay.
better this week. There was a lot going on, but the biggest chunk of the episode was that last dinner, which was like half. I actually, when I paused, I saw it was on minute 26, and the episode was on 50, ending at 50. So literally half the episode was that dinner. Um,
Definitely.
just like short scenes about the ladies doing the things on the trip, and this trip. I mean, we've watched how many episodes of them on this trip? Is it 3?
I think no, it's actually two.
Oh.
This is the second one.
No, it feels like it's been longer.
It does. It does feel like they've been stuck in the desert.
Shady boots.
It does feel like that, honey.
But yeah, I given it a 9.2. But anyway, let's get into the episode because
So
we said the scene that we started was a bit random. It was Slee and Amy going to the beach and they were talking to their ancestors. And yeah, for me that scene, it didn't really add or subtract much
I
to the.
think for me it does add because
Okay,
honey,
tell me. Tell me.
honey, the spirits of the living and the spirit of the dead came at that final dinner. For those who grew up in Durban or around Durban, they would tell you, I, when Slee and Emmy were summoning their ancestors, honey, and some like. I'm one. I don't personally. I personally. My beliefs are of course different as an individual, but I feel like them summoning their ancestors, summoning the gods of the sea, honey. That showed up at that final. If especially as someone who grew up in that spiritual household, I
Okay.
saw that playing out in the finale, in that final dinner. I was like, okay, flip. These girls, when they were summoning their gods, not necessarily their gods, but summoning their forefathers' child, they came
Mhm.
through at the final episode. I was like, what the heck was that? All right.
So it kind of gave them strength to, go through this
Yes,
last scene and just stay strong and just push through and
I
be
think
there.
so. I think
Okay,
so.
okay. I mean, I never thought of it that way. For me, I was just like, okay, cool. They're doing their thing. I mean, that's how I think they both connected on a spiritual level
Mm,
as they came in very strong about their, spirituality, their traditional,
yeah.
I want traditional spirituality. I hope I'm calling it right.
Yes,
Uh,
100%. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, for me, okay, it was a short scene. It was just okay, fine, all
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Now, what I wondered now after that, because the next scene was where the ladies go on the catamaran that Sorisha hired for them, the boat,
Yeah.
and Slee is conspicuously missing, and I'm like, wasn't Slee okay at the beach? Why is she all of a sudden not feeling well? I don't know. I don't know. That's what I
And
wondered.
we didn't get any explanation as to Sorisha just said she's under the under the weather or something. I don't know. I think most of them had papalas had what is papalas? It's a hangover. I think they had a hangover because Nonku last week had hangover. I think Slee had hangover.
Really? Okay, could be. But she woke up early enough to go to the beach and pray with Amy. So, or was it the same day? I'm guessing it was the same day.
You know what? I don't know with this show. The cuts and the editing is just it can be sometimes all over the place. Like what? Why? How did we get here? So you would never know. Hey,
And for me, in my mind, I'm like, Zama, if I was to pick someone who wouldn't show up, it would be Zama, considering what happened at the
yeah,
event. But anyways, the ladies looked good. Zama looked amazing in her sheer, see-through and her
yeah,
bikini. The girl has a body, okay? She looked really good. And I like the lightness of that. When you see housewives or shows like these ensemble casts on a boat, it never goes down well.
yeah,
For these ladies, it surprisingly wasn't so bad. I mean, the only thing that was kind of a bit like heavy was the Sorisha Maria conversation. But other than that, they had a nice, fun time, twerking,
yes.
dance. What's her name? Jojo and Maria feeding the what animal
I
was
don't
that?
know what
Sorry.
are those. I think it's the seals, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know.
Seal, yeah, yes. They're cute, but they're scary. I mean, I would have been Amy. The way Amy was freaked out, I would be Amy. And animals and me, no. No, we don't go together. We just
Me too, honey. No, no animals around my camp. Not those kind of animals. But you know what? One thing I liked, I really share similar sentiments with you. It's amazing to see people have fun, but
Mhm,
I will. So Richard did spoil the fun because that was not the right place or the time to have that conversation with Maria. Those are my
mhm.
thoughts because everyone was just having fun. She should have had a private conversation with Maria. I think the timing was just a bit off. Yeah,
I think maybe it was for me to feel like a matter of pride. She was like, she's not gonna reach out to Maria. She's just gonna do it at her
mm,
convenience. And her convenience was Maria was right there in front of her. But let me just backtrack a bit. Did you catch the moment when Nonku talked about dating and dating a man who has
yeah.
someone? I'm like, okay, how comfortable of her to talk about this. I would have wished for Slee to be there to shade the hell out of her. But anyways, it's okay.
I saw that too. And one thing I liked in that moment, you know, when you said I must do the ratings, I wanted to say this. I wanted to say the biggest winner in this episode is Jojo for me.
Yes,
Jojo is the biggest winner of this episode. The biggest
Yes.
loser, but I will tell you towards the end is Maria for me. But you know what? I love how Jojo called out Maria and said, men so Nonku and said, Nonku, stop settling for less because now you're starting to reconcile with the whole polygamy idea. No, no,
Mm.
no, 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 no. Not don't be in that. I liked what she did, calling her out.
This was in this episode.
Yes, yes. Jojo called Nongu out and said, Nongu, you can't settle for that because Nongu is fine with being a side chick.
But you know what? Okay, I'm confused a bit. Nonku seems to be talking to two different people. One who's in Texas, who I don't think that's the one.
Yes,
And then the one who's locally here has a girlfriend. I'm guessing that's who she's talking about.
yes, yes.
Anyway, to each their own. To each their own. Where African polygamy is not a big deal in Africa. It's fine. If that's what she wishes and if the guy is willing to do that, it's whatever. It's whatever at this point. I mean, people have
But
grown up.
yeah, but you know, Pam, another thing about Nongu, Nongu, for once I was like, Nongu is very calculated. Like
Mm-hmm.
that story and her, if you look at her demeanor, you could tell she was just doing it for content. Yes, there is something like that, but Nonku
Yeah,
likes doing things that's gonna make people talk.
yeah.
She does those things. She was like, how can I spice this boat? Let me get a conversation that's gonna get everyone talking. I was like, girl, you know that why would you be comfortable with this? It's just that you wanna make us talk.
Yeah, I mean, it came out of nowhere. Like, guys, I have a boyfriend. I'm like, okay, like, where did that come? It just started
It
from,
was so random, yeah.
yeah, but anyways, I guess she just wanted to create conversation. Zama's shade is just epic in her confessionals. Even when she's not trying to be shady, it's coming off as shady because the way she talked about even Nonku having a boyfriend and what,
Yeah.
that was funny to me. But yeah, yes, back to Sorisha and Maria. I want you. Can you unpack that for me? What did you think about like that whole conversation? And
All right, all right. Okay, you know what? I understand where. Okay, Sorisha is saying because my issue with Sorisha has been Sorisha. Why last week I said why raise it on episode 11 that you're uncomfortable with Neil? I didn't know that she had raised it before with Maria, honestly, because I was really concerned.
oh yeah,
What I would have wanted though from Maria, Maria displayed I'm sorry, but I'll use this word, very childish behavior, you know. Yeah, because not just Maria on Maria, oh Maria. You know what? Look at Jojo. I'm sorry to make an example with her, guys. I'm not paid by Jojo because people will be like, oh, maybe she paid you to say nice things. Have you noticed Jojo will, if she's angry, especially when she's angry with Sorisha or someone, she will
mm-hmm.
say things on her diary sessions, but it's not too deep or too personal. When it comes to Maria, Maria goes low. She's like, "Oh, the nasty, evil heart, bitch." I'm like, "Yo, ma'am,
Yeah,
why?" It's a bit too much, you know. So in
yeah.
this thing, Maria defended Neil, and I would have said, "Okay, I hear you, Sorisha, but it's really, to be honest with you, it's really got nothing to do with me, you know." But it's the tone that she used for me. I was like, it feels. Yes, Sorisha is coming for you because it's got nothing to do with you, but your tone also is just like a bit too much, you know. Even if Sorisha was wrong, but you were making her right. I don't know, but what do you think? Maybe I'm wrong, you know?
Okay, this is what I think. Okay, you know what? Maria doesn't like Sorisha. It was obvious. She didn't
Yeah.
F with what I'm saying. So yeah, Maria is nasty. She can be mean, nasty, like really
Yes.
mean. She doesn't care. I mean, she doesn't care how she comes off. But I did agree with her when she said, "Look, this beef you have with Neil, take it up with him." I don't know why
I
I'm getting it. I agreed with that point. But on the flip side, I feel like Sorisha wasn't articulating herself well because I feel like Sorisha was trying to say, "Girl, why did you bring Neil to the group when you know me and him don't F with each other? It's like you brought him in the group knowing that I don't F with him." That's what I feel like she should have said, rather than going round and round and round. You know, Neil, you know this, you know, you did. She was not really getting the point across like with bullseye. You know what I'm saying? She was just dancing
You know,
around it.
it's because it goes back to the issue of timing. Because what the heck are you guys discussing serious things on a boat? You know, when people have cocktails and after such a twerk fest, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Anyways, I don't know. I could see both sides of both points in the sense that yes, Maria was like, yeah, I don't know why this has got to do with me. And then on the flip side, I don't feel like Sorisha was asking the right questions or articulating herself well with Maria, trying to make Maria see her point of view in the sense that you and I were cool last year. You knew that.
Yeah.
And then what came out was also the fact that what I came to understand about this Neil, or rather from just the conversations,
Hmm.
Neil seems like was someone who was running around in their circles because both Maria and Sorisha know Neil, and they know what's the other guy who came with Sorisha for the event?
Warren, yes.
But yeah, these people all seem to know each other, including Ruan. You know, they all seem to run around the same circles. And it just felt like Neil has been like hanging around, not like maybe friends, but he because now that Sorisha was on a show like Housewives, he wanted to associate with her more. And because he's into styling and makeup, he used to try and get her to get him to allow him to do it for her. But I think Sorisha didn't really accept or didn't really take him on. And then he started shading, I feel, or something.
I'm with you there, and I'm sorry whether I'm jumping, but there was a moment where we saw messages between Neil and Sorisha.
Yes,
Those
yeah,
messages seemed as if Neil was begging for some sort of friendship with Sorisha, but
yeah.
also Sorisha on the other side by tolerating that. I don't know what was she aiming to gain from that, you know, because it's always give and take. It's give and
Yeah,
take, honey.
yeah. I feel
But it
like
did feel like,
he felt slighted by Sorisha not accepting his services,
yes.
you know, and he started doing shady things like maybe in the comment sections of her posts. And I feel like this even goes way before, or maybe just when she started Housewives or way before, because Sorisha has always been a person of influence by virtue of the
I
fact of
think it's way before. It's way before because child.
yeah,
I think it's way before. It's way
yeah,
before. Yeah, how dreadful. But nevertheless, I think let us proceed from those people. Oh my
yeah.
God.
Guys, their beef, let them sort it out. It's fine, it's whatever. Yeah, then we see the whole these girls Jokuma go quad biking. And this was quite interesting. If I can just talk about the fact that Nonku was so straight about not trusting Zama. I was like, I really
Right?
want to understand where did the breakdown happen? Because they were friends,
Okay.
right?
Hmm.
I don't
Can I
know.
say something there?
Yeah.
I have no problem with Nonku not trusting Zama because remember, even in the very first place, Nonku has
Mm-hmm.
never trusted Zama. You know, it's only when Maria came in with Zama to the group they then became a collective. But you remember that Nonku used to call out Zama even on the second episode, saying, "No, you are going too low." You remember? So for me, I'm
Yes.
not surprised that. That's why I say Maria is the biggest loser here. Maria says, I also don't like it's not I'm like, ma'am, this is like I don't think I would take a bullet for her. I don't think I would take a I'm like, ma'am. At some point, Zama is the only person. Zama, you remember Zama? At some point, Zama said, Maria is the only real one. She's the real G here, you know, amongst the group. And now Maria, because Nonku says she doesn't trust Zama, she's also joining that crew. I was like, ah.
Yeah, it was just these people are just flip-flopping in between these friendships because what I want to and this is the thing I'm gonna pin Nonku on. Nonku called Zama her friend. Remember when they were at that other getaway? Where was that getaway? Honestly, I keep forgetting.
Drakensberg, yeah, Drakensberg.
There. She said Zama is our friend. Yeah, she said it. She said it with her own mouth. All of a sudden, I don't trust Zama. I don't this. I don't
No,
know,
she
guys.
doesn't trust Zama.
It's just seeming a bit flip-floppy, but anyways, it's neither
You
here
know
nor
why
there.
she doesn't trust Zama?
Yeah.
My thing is, I feel like Nonku is scared to say, you remember the last week Zama was supposed to, according to Nonku, stand up for Nonku, but she did not.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
I think in Nonku's mind, after that incident, she's like, I don't trust Zama because she expected
Uh,
Zama to stand up for her last week,
yeah.
and she said, no, I don't remember, you know?
Yes.
And now, all of the sudden, I don't trust Zama.
That's true. I think, yeah. I think it's just, yeah, there's just things that are happening in between, and Nonku flips this way. Nonku wants undying loyalty. That's a fact. And she's gotten that from Jojo. And if no one else is giving it to her, she'll stick with whoever who's giving it to her. Anyway, then we see
Definitely.
Maria call Neil to inform him. I wish, you know what? I felt really irritated by the fact that there were no subtitles.
Why? Let me tell you, I did not hear what Neil was saying.
Thank you. Neither did I. I just heard him saying, slat this. I don't know what.
And
Just
then I went on my thing settings. I'm like, flip. There are no subtitles.
thank you. So I
Wait
was
a
a bit
minute. Even when they were speaking Zulu, where they did they write though in English?
no, there they were writing. There they were
Okay,
writing.
amen to that. Amen to
Yeah,
that.
but you know,
Okay.
there were subtitles throughout, like the episode where you can watch with subtitles.
Yeah.
They didn't have that. So I could barely hear what Neil was saying. And you know, it's a call on a phone. So if you can't hear what he's saying, you're just left like wondering, okay,
Well, he called her an upgrade, a side chick who was
aside
upgraded.
a slat, and that's all I could hear, honestly.
No, she was upgraded, but she's an upgraded side chick. I was like, "Ooh, child."
Nasty. Mean
You,
nasty.
Neil, no, Neil has a thing of talking bad. Also, there's a bit of going rough. He's very rough, and after all, men, we boys, girls are girls. Boys play rough, and hence boys must sometimes play with boys, and girls play with girls. You know,
Yeah.
you know what? Who Neil in what Neil is saying,
Hmm.
it shows that Neil is a bit vindictive over the fact that Sorisha did not, because if he was with Sorisha, he would have not said these things. But the fact that Sorisha does not want to accept the friendship, he's now throwing all these guns. We all know that indeed Sorisha is not the first wife of Viv. It's not a secret. And there's
Yeah.
been rumors that, Sorisha might have snatched him from his wife. So it's not something new. But I mean, I don't know. But also, let me tell you this, name. I never want to there's there's cultural groups that I don't want to involve myself with when it comes to such. For example, if I hear Zulu people talking, sometimes I'll be like, I'm Zulu, right? I will not
Yeah.
involve myself in all things because I know this got nothing to do with me. The Indian
Mhm.
community in Durban is very small and they have their own drama. It's just that now it's coming on screen. They have grudges. Some people have grudges that we do not know. Hence, you don't know where Maria has some
Exactly.
sort of the community. You know why I'm saying that, guys? Today, when Maria, there's a lady who said Maria took her clothes and whatsoever. The whole
Yeah.
Indian community in Durban stood up. For the first time, I noticed that Indian people are fans of the show because they are going mad. People are coming for Maria, especially from the Indian community. So you see,
Wow.
there's a lot that we do not know that is happening behind the scenes. That's all I
Yeah.
can tell you.
Yeah. I mean, even when you talk about the Indian community being small and whatnot, it's the same thing here. It's a very same thing here. But when you see someone like, let's say, Sonal on a show like
Mm,
Housewives, these things spill over to our
yes.
community, the Black community, because
Yeah.
she's on a show like that. And I get what you're saying. The Indian community is also small here. They're very close knit. They all know each other.
Yes.
Person knows this one. This family knows this family. Yeah, so it's no surprise that even Maria's beef with Sorisha, I feel like there's something we don't know, or they're
No,
not telling us.
there is, but you know what? Let's wait and see. The reunion is coming. In fact, as we are filming this, they're also filming the reunion, by the way.
Yeah, yep. They're right, filming it right as we speak. And we shall be here to check it out. Hopefully, we'll get it next week. I don't know if that's enough time for
Oh,
them. No,
that's gonna be too early. Maybe give it 2 weeks.
2 weeks, right? Yeah, I know they usually take time. Anyway, yeah, it's okay. We will be back here to talk about it when it drops.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we see, I think we've really talked about, we've exhausted that scene. And then we see, I think the next scene was Lee's, the
Yes,
ladies
the
going
fashion.
clothing line,
Yeah.
mini launch or whatever I want to call it. And I found it so cute that Angel modeled for her. It was nice. I like that touch. I mean, because I wondered how would she say showcase the clothes in a foreign country, but that was nice. The only thing that I would wear out of that whole line, because I'm a fashion girl, the last outfit that's
Outfit, yeah.
for the two-piece, the loose set. I like that. That was a nice classy touch. I like that one. The rest were those ones are things I would have worn a few years back, loungewear, kind of like the t-shirt dresses. They're like outdated-ish. They're like dated-ish. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I hear you, child. I hear you. You know what? In my mind, that I'm saying you're the fashion girl. This is your segment. So you're in your element. So please
Yeah, I
speak.
mean, I like the neon. Okay, what I liked about the colors, neon is very much on trend, but the style, like the t-shirt dress is a bit outdated. I
Yeah.
don't know, shorts and a t-shirt, that's okay. I mean, I'd wear that like on a weekend just to do my errands or whatever on a hot day. But then the one I would wear like for like a cute event, like maybe like brunch with my friends,
Yeah.
or the two-piece, the
The last one.
yeah, pretty much. I think the rest, I think they're not that many pieces, but she said it's gonna be a bigger event. So I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of the pieces.
Yeah, I don't know, ne? I don't know. Flip. Yo.
What? Just
That
say.
Do you want me to talk? Okay, first of all, I'm not a fashion person, so no. I'm not gonna comment. There's a funny situation that I happen to know about, and it's
uh,
so funny. So, like, can I tell it to you? And like, I
Please.
don't care, I don't care because these people know each other.
Uh-huh.
So, the designer that did I think the first ones, I'm not sure who designed them, but the last one, the beautiful ones, were designed by Mzu, right? Mzu has a beautiful, is a designer called, his designs, I think it's called, his fashion, it's called, Imprint, right?
Okay.
Imprint. So Lee has rocked Imprint before on the show.
Yes. I remember
It's
you mentioned
just that, yes, it's just that these few pieces have been curated for Slee's thing.
line.
So in my mind, I'm just thinking about. So it's got nothing to do with Housewives of Durban. It's got more to do with Housewives in general. So
Okay.
I know that Camila from the Real Houses of Cape Town is friends. This is exclusive, but guys, I will not spill everything. So Camila
Uh-huh.
is also friends with Mzukisi, the designer, and
Okay.
Slee is also friends with this designer, right?
Hmm.
Now, what people don't know is that there is not good relations between Camila and Slee. So
Ooh, you
now
are feeling the tea.
I
Okay.
know there's no good relations, but so I was laughing when I saw those designs because I'm thinking, flip, this designer is in the middle because he loves both Camila and Slee, and I love both of them. I think everyone knows about my relationship. I've got a wonderful relationship with Camila, but I know that there's some unspoken things between the two. So when I looked at these designs,
No,
I
no,
was
no.
laughing.
Skate past that. What is the real tea? What's going on with them? What's the beef?
What is the beef, honey? Why are we deviating? But I will say this. Okay, no, I will spill the tea because all of them, you know what? So I was laughing when I saw those designs, not in a bad way. I was just thinking, oh my God, this designer is caught in the middle. He loves Slee. He's designing for Slee, also Camila at the same time. Probably might have asked maybe for some designs because Camila is also wanting her own fashion line. So I'm thinking that he's in the middle between Camila and Slee. But those are the thoughts. So just for those who are like, oh my God, suspense. What Slee, Camila, where would they meet and what would they fight
Yeah,
about?
I'm also here like, what's going on?
No, it's you know what? Oh, flip, man. We just deviated. But this is a benefit of recording live because we
Yeah,
we give it as it is, you know. So for
yeah.
the it's not that deep, guys. It's not that deep. But so Camilla used to do reviews of the Real Housewives of Durban. You know, she
I'm like,
joined. She
I used to see
yes,
you with her. Yeah.
not to making me an accomplice, but nevertheless.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so Camila used to do reviews, and I think Slee felt some type of way that hey, you're a housewife too. You know how they edit the show, so I expect more compassion from you
Yes, and Grace. Yeah,
and
okay.
grace. That's all. And Camila at the same time feels as if, no, man, I hear you, I do feel for you, but at the same time, I'm just watching based on what they are giving.
Opinion.
Yes, yes. So it was just a misunderstanding, you know. And so I will stop there, you know,
Okay.
but but I must say this, I've tried being a broker of peace. I've
Okay.
tried, you know,
Okay.
because I love both franchises and I have so much affection for both ladies. I love all housewives guys in South Africa. Honestly, there's not I don't even have a least favorite. You know, people know who I've sat in rooms, I've sat in meetings, you know, I tell you the tea, you know, I've sat in
Yeah.
meetings and I always advocate for housewives. So that was a big deviation, but so that's why when I saw those designs, I was laughing. I thought of the real tea. I was like, ooh, child.
Right? Okay. 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 Yeah. Then we see Slee telling them how she met with RD and how they are shocked. I'm even surprised she hadn't told Slee the minute she met RD. She didn't tell Slee. I mean, not Slee. Sorisha. Slee
Nonko.
didn't.
Also,
Tell her.
Rita, yes, I was also shocked.
Yeah. I'm like, girl, aren't you guys BFFs? The minute I get home, I'm like, boy, I met with so and so. You know, like we
As you
waited
call
for.
me, as you call me and tell me you've met the stars, okay?
As I'm driving home, I'm calling you on speakerphone, telling you what just went down. I mean, hello, right? But
You
anyways,
know, I
I'm
think Sorisha was acting. She knows exactly what
yeah,
happened.
I think so too. But Angel's reactions were me. I was reacting with Angel like, woo! Angel is so animated. Some of her reactions are real, some of them are like put on.
Yes.
But I could tell in this scene when Slee was saying she met with RD, what they discussed, and then Sorisha pipes in and says, "Oh my goodness, do you know I had heard that they had been spotted at a garage?" And Angel is like, "What?" And then I can tell she's up playing the reactions, but she's really reacting, you know. But there's some
Mm,
scenes with reacting, and I'm like, "Girl, nah, that one was a bit put on." And this
yes,
was too.
you're right. Sometimes it's really genuine, but sometimes it's like, okay, a bit performing there. And I did hear the rumor even before that Nonku did meet with RD. I don't know, man. Ah, you know what? Rumors are always rumors, guys. Hey.
Yeah, true. I mean, I don't know. Do you think they anyway, if they I don't know. The way Nonku reacted in that last scene, I feel like she's really, really bitter and angry with him. I don't think there'd be a place or situation where they'd be meet.
Yes, no. I don't think so. No, I don't know. I don't think so. You know what? Yeah, let's get into the dinner and unpack it and then finish. Yo, cause wow.
No. Before the dinner, there was the Zama and Maria scene when Maria was in Zama's room. And Zama completely denied talking about Amy's kids. And I'm like, girl, there's a whole audio recording of that conversation.
You know one thing about Zama, I don't know. Zama. Another thing about Zama is a housewife, but I'm sorry to say this, she acts like a friend of the show sometimes. Or maybe she is like a friend of the show. You noticed? She's like coming along, but she's not there. She's here, but she's sometimes I forget that even Zama is in the show. I love her so much. She's my home girl, but I'm thinking she's like sometimes she's she's not there.
Yeah, you can't even forget if she's not in a scene, you're like, oh yeah, there was Zama. But at the same time, okay. When Maria was like, oh, I'm feeling upset, she's not gonna apologize, the kids.
Mm.
Look, there's no room for an apology anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
No room for another apology. By the time someone is splashing alcohol on you, where will you guys even have a conversation? I was even surprised she was willing to go on that boat. Like,
That was so brave of her, isn't it?
in an enclosed space and you don't know what could erupt, what could happen. That was quite brave of her. You
I
know what
think
I'm
it
saying?
disturbed her spirit, though. That being thrown with alcohol. I mean, I think it disturbed her because Zama was just after that very quiet. Like
Yeah.
even just as if she was not even there.
Yeah, even on the boat, she was barely, no, I mean, she never even spoke like even a word. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's either she was warned by producers that you know what, Zama, stick to your game, or maybe she was just like, you know what, let me protect my brand.
Yeah. And thank God Amy didn't come for her. So that was that. You know
Yeah.
what I'm Anyway, let's get into the big dinner. That dinner, when you see the slow motion walks and you see the outfits and you see the setup and the dinner, you know what time it is. It's time to get it popping, and the ladies are here to give you a show. Honey.
What yo, that was amazing, and the music and the whole setup was just amazing. Honestly, I love an island trip. It's not an island. I mean a desert trip.
Oh, that was a spectacular setup in the desert. I mean, even on their social media, the ladies were, I think they liked the backdrop of the desert. All of them had
Yeah.
the same kind of posts in the backdrop of the desert,
Yes.
slow moving. And oh, I love, okay, since I'm the fashion person here, let me just
Yes.
rate outfits, okay? Let's do this.
Okay. Or rather, let's do this. Let's do this
Uh-huh.
maybe in for time between Joku and Sosli and Sosli. Is it Soslime? Who dressed best? Between Stokuma and the other Sorisha's team.
And I cannot bundle them like that. I have to bundle them
Okay.
individually because their style was all individual. I wouldn't say like this team won over this team in terms of
Yeah.
looks because
Okay. So
Angel's dress and look was my best of all the
really, I don't know. Yeah.
you don't know. Yeah. Okay, who's I mean I didn't have okay, I'd say I didn't have a I didn't have any. I didn't do the in betweens. I just said for me, Angels was my best. I did not like Sorisha's. I know it was expensive Chanel. I mean, girl, but the way she paired it with those black stock, she looked like a grandma. Honestly, I didn't
I
like
did
it.
not even notice what she was wearing, to be honest. I'd be lying. Because you're a fashion girl, I think you notice fashion a lot than me. But what was more vivid for me was Nonku's black and white, because black and white is you always stand out when you're wearing black and white. But
Uh-huh.
also Lee's face card, Lee was
Oh,
looking dashing. She was beautiful. Yes, Lee, I give it to her. She was beautiful.
yes. Yeah, I think okay. After Angel for me was Nunku. If I could give anyone a second, but the worst for
Yeah.
me was Sorisha's look. I mean that dress for that kind of dinner and what I wouldn't wear it for that. I wear it for like a function, like I don't like not a dinner,
Wait,
you
was she
know.
not wearing stockings or something? Because I don't remember properly, but I.
some black stocking things going on there and heels. It just no, it was
Flip.
not what
I
for me
remember
at all.
that now. I remember that
Uh,
now.
no, that didn't work for me. The dress is spectacular on its own, not paired the way she paired it, and not
Yeah.
for that. I mean, she could have brought out the gorgeous gown that she wore at what was her, Amy's event a few episodes back.
Emmy's, yeah, lunch for three.
Yes, lunch for three. But anyways, let's get into the juice, the meat and potatoes of it all. Now, these ladies knew they were coming, and this is what I think you were talking about when you said they give us a bang of an ending because like this is the finale. It's like we're gonna
Mm.
just scatter everything and make sure it's a big, huge, huge ending to it. That's what it felt like. I don't know. But
Yeah,
one thing
that's how it felt like.
I'll say this. Ooh, Slee was waiting and sitting on that RD info. She wanted to hit Nonku where it hurts. And the way she had that look of satisfaction, like nothing Nonku could have said to her would have perturbed her. She was like, yeah, you're evil, you're a witch. Okay, you're a bitch. Okay. She had this smirk on her face of like, I got you. I've gotten you where I want you. Ah,
You know
wow.
what? When it comes to that scene, people, those who watch soccer, you find the other team watching the tactic and reading. For example, if maybe if you won the semi-final and then you qualified for the final, the other team will study you
Yeah.
very hard and study and be like, okay, how can we know them? They fail here, they fail here.
Mm-hmm.
Slee's tactic could have failed if it was met with calmness and chill. But because Nonku, they've studied Nonku that she's gonna react, and this is something that's gonna hurt her. It just hurt her. There was a point where I was so concerned for Nonku, and because you could feel the end that
Yes.
she couldn't see, right? I
Yeah.
think Lee studied Nonku and she knew that this was gonna hurt Nonku.
Ooh.
Eh, Now, as someone who watches Game of Thrones, they
Uh-huh.
say always think of the worst of your enemy, so that you are never hurt. For
Mm-hmm.
me, I would have, you know what, because this is a show. If Lee came through there with that, I would have said, "Oh, I know about it. I've heard about it that you met him." But because they caught Nonku off guard,
Badly.
she was blindsided.
Woo! She did not see that shit coming. Yo, her reaction was so raw, so real, so But the build-up was when Nonku is just I don't know how to describe her. She's just a special kind of human being. How is she asking Slee if she trusts them? Like, girl, are you even being serious? Slee was like, girl, please stop it. Like, how are
Yeah,
you even asking?
yo. But now let's be honest though. Let's also besides that have a
Mhm.
conversation about do you support Lee's conduct, and her actions and her justifications. For me, this is my thoughts, right? I have no if Lee is doing revenge, I have no issue with you doing revenge. But my issue was Lee, because Lee lied and be like, no, I was just concerned that he scammed a mother of my single mother and all of that. I'm like,
Nah. First of all, where was
like,
that? That didn't play out anywhere during that
yeah, where
conversation.
did you reprimand him? Where did you reprimand him?
When? When?
It just said, no, I was serving revenge. How cold.
No. Listen, I want production to show us that footage. Eh? Where Lee is telling him, look, she's a single mother, how dare you try to scam a single mother. I want to see that footage. I want to see it. Otherwise, no footage, no case. That's all I say.
But also, this is also a lesson to Nonku. Never marry someone who is a cloud chaser. or not marry, never date someone who's a cloud chaser. Because let me say this, Slee's
Mm-hmm.
ex will never go on camera and speak about Slee. You know why? He doesn't need PR. He owns a huge soccer team in South Africa.
Ooh,
He doesn't, he's not desperate for PR. So when you date people who are desperate for PR, they will do what RD did with Nonku and went with Slee on the Real Housewives of Durban because they need the platform. Marry a man or involve yourself with someone who's so content that they don't even need to tell you their part. I said
yeah.
what I said. It's a
That
lesson to Nonku. Don't date any low person. I'm sorry to say that, but it is what it is.
that is absolutely, I agree with you. But these ladies, first of all, came into this dinner with some form of entitlement. That's Jokuma. Like, oh, you had a fashion show. Why didn't you invite us? Nonku, they are saying, oh, we were there from the beginning. Don't you trust us? I'm like, Nonku, girl, what are you?
No, I hear you. I hear you there.
That was just being straight up the Lulu, straight up. You were like, I don't know what to call it. I don't know. I don't even understand what that was. It was just
Because Slee doesn't owe them anything, honestly.
no, of course not. And Slee was, I like the fact that this at this point, but then I like the way Slee was giving it to them straight, no chaser.
Mm.
She was like, are you being serious? I invited my friends. And Zama is like, yeah, it's good she's invited her friends who have the same taste as her. And I'm like, epic shade, love it. But she said I could understand why she invited her friends because they won't critique and they won't downplay and they won't water down and they won't shade. I mean, it's very intimate and close to her. She didn't want, and it's okay. She didn't owe them anything. Also, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think they did it intentionally. Yo, guys, yo. And then let's talk about Maria saying, now, that's enough. That's enough.
Run that by me again. She said what?
So I'm saying Maria, and let's talk about Maria saying that's enough. And Slee was like, yay, when you cannot tell us that's enough. Who the hell you are? And Maria's like, who am I? Who do you think I am?
Oh yes. Maria came ready to create a scene. And she wanted to be remembered at the end of that season. Like that's what I felt.
Yeah, ne? But
Ah,
now I'm gonna get tired of theatrics. I'm gonna say it as it is. I'm gonna get tired of theatrics from Angel and also Maria, especially
yeah.
Maria. Because guys, give us something else. Give us
Maria
something else.
jumping, acting like she's like lost her shit, and then um calling herself I'm a grown woman, I'm mature. I'm like, well, you're not acting like it. Like you're literally not acting like it. Uh-oh. I think we lost Mbui. Let's hope he joins back. Let's hope he joins back. But yeah, honestly, what I was saying is Maria, Maria was doing the most. And it felt that fight between Maria and what's her face? And Angel came out of left field. Like it's like they wanted to end like with a bang. Like, look at us, we're fighting, like, yo. And then did Angel hit Jojo? Because at some point even the altercation became between Jojo and a bit, and she was like, Jojo was telling off Angel, and Angel was like, nope, that's not right. Here is Bui. Bui, where did you go, darling?
Oh my God.
You left me hanging.
So is it still recording though?
Yes, it is. It's still recording.
Okay, amazing. Guys, I have a lot of people in my life. I'm like Nonku.
Put your phone. Oh my goodness.
No, you know what? I just couldn't. It's a long story, but I don't know what happened there. It just took me out of Zoom immediately. I'm like, why are these people? But nevertheless, let's continue. Ish.
Yeah.
We'll edit
Yeah.
this out.
I mean, let me just say this. At some point, it was Sorisha versus Joe, Kuma, they were all coming for her, and Sorisha was ready to take them all on. She's telling them, yeah, Maria, I'm gonna deal with Neil like you asked me to, and like, yeah, and Nonku, I helped money. Me and Viv helped you do your wine.
Child, that.
She was ready with her facts. She's like, I am coming for all of you. You, Maria, what was she do? She stopped Maria. Jojo, you're the producer of the group. Ha! She was ready to tell all of them. Oh, and how about the fact that the footage, to me, it seemed convenient that the only time they showed footage in favor of Sorisha's team and what was when they showed Slee when just before she brought up RD and how RD conversation played Jojo. But the other playbacks, did you notice they didn't play back the okay. Let me just gather my thoughts.
Yeah.
Jojo tells Lee, you were trying to fight, you tried to hit and fight Nonku. And then they didn't show that. And then Slee's like, me, I tried to hit, and I'm like, you did.
And there was no playback.
There was no playback of that. And hello, it was a whole altercation. Like she actually her hand connected with Nonku when she got up and went towards her. Let's not act like she didn't hit Nonku.
You know what, guys? And maybe that is why people are saying Torisha is the producer of the show. Oh my God.
I mean, I don't understand why they wouldn't play that back because there was clearly a physical altercation and Slee attacked Nonku at the end of the day.
Yeah, because another thing, let's not deny that did not happen. Because why did Slee apologize at the reunion and said, I don't resort to violence if nothing happened,
Exactly. Do you understand? But the
Yeah,
way she denied that stuff, I was like, what? As in, what?
Hey, one thing about
Listen, I love Slee. I've never denied she was my fave last season. This season, do I have a fave? I'll say overall, for me, and fine, guys wanna call me a JoJo fan. JoJo stood out to me this season.
no, Jojo stood out because especially when even Sorisha gave her flowers when she was having a conversation.
Exactly. She was like, even she recognized the fact that JoJo stood there, talked to Slee and told her, Slee, that wasn't cool. You meeting RD was not right. It didn't make sense. She was like,
but
like, kudos to you.
For me, I would say if they're renewing contracts, probably Jojo should be the first. And then they have to decide with the situation between Slee and Nonku because I'm not watching the show where there's toxicity. It's either they make up or guys, there must be a resolution because we can't drag again another for another season. I'm sorry. I'll relocate. I'm telling you, I'll relocate to Atlanta.
Look, Slee is hell-bent on not forgiving Nonku. She's talked about, even in one of your TikToks, you talked about how she's decided about forgiveness and it's going to be on terms at her time. I'm hoping the leak back that she gave today on today's episode with the RD story is going to make her feel better and get it out of her system. But Nonku is never going to forgive her now at this point. Do you understand? I mean, she had our Christian lady cussing,
Oh my
using
God.
the word over and over. Our Christian lady who can't even.
But you know what I didn't like out of all of this?
Yeah.
Slee has valid grounds of being angry at. Okay, let me say this. I liked how Amy just was quiet. I love that.
Yeah.
I don't like people who jump to situations. I didn't. I like. Well, Slee has valid grounds with Nonku. It's a conversation of another day about healing and whatnot. But Angel, there's a point whereby someone was saying, "Oh, George was saying, but you assaulted Nonku," and Angel was like, unprovoked, just unprovoked. I'm like, Angel, where were you, ma'am?
You were not there.
You hear that?
Yeah.
I
No,
was like, Angel.
I didn't. I barely had it.
Yeah, then so the point where Angel was like, no, but just not. I was like, no, ma'am, where you were not there though. Like, leave the adults to fight.
Because that fight between the Angel and Maria, like, what?
Yo, I don't know. I don't know. Both of them are, especially Maria, because what the heck? I don't like people who resort to violence, guys. I don't tolerate violence.
Yeah, Maria, what is wrong with her? She's easily triggered. What
At
that
this reunion, I'm gonna say this. At this reunion, they gonna finish her if she's not careful because Nonku is not the target. There's nothing new about Nonku that you can bring from the ground and be like, hey, Nonku is selling No, she's not selling any drug. The issue is, hey, Maria. Are they coming for Maria this reunion? Yo,
Maria was uncontainable. She was, hey, that reaction was too big. Unless maybe, I don't know, maybe what,
she's the one who's erratic.
huh?
She said, Angel is erratic. Angel is done that. I'm like, ma'am, you,
I'm
what
a
the hell?
grown, mature woman. I'm like, wait, the things you're saying in your confessional don't even match your actions in the scene. You're literally jumping like a child, like up and down. You're
But
being,
also, where is the classy Maria from the last season? And Maria, it's okay. You know what? It's okay. Yeah.
but that scene was just crazy. Maria went berserk. So Risha took a moment at the very end to shade Nonku about alcohol and coming back for her alcohol and coming back. I'm like, these people will never let Nonku go without alcohol.
But Nonku is TV gold again because what the heck was that? Nonku Nonku was trying to capitalize on a moment. You know when she saw that, you know what, it's already messed up. Let me just finish this up because you could see that she was like, she was just
Yeah,
that,
coming back, having glasses. I'm like, what are you doing?
and it was not out of anger. I can tell you, it was not out of anger. It was just her saying, "What a season! What a shit show!"
And then did you catch Jojo's last thing she said? She said, guys, let's stop pretending we're not friends. I was
Yes.
like, wow, she has at least the presence of mind to be like, this is all just BS. We're just pretending here, pretending that we
Because I
can't see.
think she wanted, basically, she was saying, let's stop. We are forced by the show to be together, but generally, we are not supposed to be like this.
In real life, we wouldn't hang out together.
Yeah.
I wonder what that means then for her to literally break. It was almost like breaking the fourth wall and kind of saying like,
Yeah,
we're not friends.
definitely. And I don't know why these girls are not breaking the third and the fourth wall because sometimes you need to call out people for what they are and be like, hey guys, I'm not doing this. I just continue alone. I don't know, but that was a good step towards the right direction.
Yeah, I guess that's it for the episode. I don't know if you've noticed anything else that you want to talk
No,
about.
nothing else.
Yeah.
Nothing else. We shall reserve the rest for you guys on the comment section below.
Yes, guys, please comment, share, do the damn thing, subscribe, guys, because we really have fun doing this. And we're going to come back, obviously, when the reunion drops. And
Yes.
yeah, look for our reviews because we have so much fun. And we're going to be reviewing many other shows even after Durban ends. So yeah,
Of
we are
course.
here. So I'll let you wrap up and tell you people goodbye.
Siyabonga kakhulu ukuthi nihlanganyele nathi ade sibukeza isiqephu seshumi nambili sabafazi baseThekwini, aka the Real Housewives of Durban. I was saying thank you guys for joining us as we're recapping the Real Housewives of Durban, episode 12. Until next time, continue to stay blessed.
Okay, guys, bye.